What is up, guys? It's Swampert here, back again with some more Go Battle League action. This time, going to be doing some battles in the Ultra League, and I'm going to be testing out a new team. I'm going to be running a Swampert double ice lineup. I have no idea how this is going to go. I don't think it's really likely to be all that good a team. In Open Ultra, um, Cresselia, Giratina, and Registeel are just too strong. These ice types, even though they beat Giratina, it's not without taking a beating. Even Alolan Ninetales, which double resists the Dragon Claw from Giratina, takes a beating and gets both the ice types get completely walled by steel types. So I'm expecting this to not be amazing. But I figured I wanted to try it. On the Swampert, um, you need the Swampert to be able to handle the steel types, so you need to run Earthquake rather than Sludge Wave. That's true whether you're running this in Premier Cup or Open Ultra. Um, but let's go ahead and get right into these battles. I will say right at the beginning that these don't go super well. And this team definitely has worked a little bit better in Premier Cup. I did have a bit of a problem with my recording, so my Premier Cup battles I don't have at the moment. Hopefully I'll be able to record some more. But these ones are going to be in the Open Ultra League. Playstyle is pretty similar. Problem with this team is that none of these three Pokemon beat Cresselia, so if you see Cresselia on the lead, I mean, the whole playstyle with this team is to draw out the counter to an ice type, right? But if there's a Cresselia on the lead, it doesn't have to swap out, so it kind of puts you in a tough spot. So we have a fighter on the lead. This is where we want to see the fighter, to be honest. It's pretty bad for us to have a fighter. However, I am going to swap into Alolan Ninetales, hoping to catch a Leaf Blade or a Night Slash. We do actually catch a Night Slash, which is pretty good for us. They come in with Suicune. So I'm going to go ahead and go straight for this Dazzling Gleam. If it connects, it should deal a decent chunk of damage, but this is Ultra League, so I mean, even a stab Dazzling Gleam there is doing less than half of Suicune's health. I don't shield this, and it is a Hydro Pump, so we're going to just have to hope that we can get to a Dazzling Gleam. However, they are going to throw some energy here. This is seeming like it's just a Bubble Beam, and it is. So this tells me that my Abomasnow is going to have a really nice time farming this down. It's resisting the water-type moves here, so I can come in with Abomasnow. This is going to be another Bubble Beam for sure, which is not going to do very much damage at all. It does drop our attack, but that just gives us some more opportunity to farm. Again, this is going to be another Bubble Beam coming through here. Totally fine with me. We're farming up to 100 energy here, and now we're going to swap out into our Swampert, go for a Hydro Cannon here to take them out, hopefully before they can get off another Bubble Beam. They actually just barely live, but they do swap out. They bring in an Abomasnow. So we're going to build up to the Earthquake. We make a mistake here in going for Earthquake. We should definitely go for Hydro Cannon, recognizing that the whole point of building up is to bluff that you've got the Sludge Wave. But as soon as we throw the Earthquake, it's obvious that we don't have the charge move that is threatening. So they're not going to shield anything from us afterwards anyway. So we do tank a Weather Ball there. We throw out our own Hydro Cannon and get this Abomasnow very low, actually. We have so much loaded energy on our own Abomasnow that we're just going to be able to spam some charge moves here. However, our Abomasnow is going to have to take out a Surfetched in the back. So we're going to go ahead and shield up this Weather Ball. Look to farm up a little bit more. They're getting to another charge move here. I shield this up because the Weather Ball from Abomasnow is going to deal more than any of the charge moves from Surfetched. They swap in their Surfetched here. We've got almost 3 Weather Balls ready to go, so one Weather Ball connects. We're going to go for a second one right here. This is going to likely get the shield. Yeah, we do get the shield, and then we've got the back-to-back ready to go to take out this Surfetched. I think we probably would have survived. Well, no, we probably wouldn't have survived a Night Slash. They've just got 2 very, very low Pokemon that we're going to be able to Powder Snow down. The Abomasnow comes in, we Powder Snow that down. A Suicune comes in, we Powder Snow that down. And that's going to be a good game. So there the key really was getting that huge farm with Abomasnow on the Suicune. and then swapping out to save that energy on Abomasnow for when we weren't debuffed, because having that 100 energy banked was just so, so strong, and really put us in a great position for the rest of the match. All right, Swampert into Surfetched again. So again, this is likely where we want to see it. We're going to go for a swap on the charge move here. We do successfully catch. This is likely going to be a Leaf Blade, so we're not going to shield that up. It does still hurt a fair bit because Surfetched is very attack-oriented, so we are actually going to have to shield up the second one here. But it's a Night Slash, so I definitely didn't need to shield that. Very strange that they're going for Night Slash in that situation. I guess they're fishing for the boost, but that's all right. We're going to be able to go for a Weather Ball here. We should just barely outpace them. We do get to this next Weather Ball before they can get to a charge move, and then they're going to likely look to farm down. Yeah, they do farm down. We're going to go into Swampert and go likely right away for this charge move. We go for the Hydro Cannon, and they either didn't throw the move. They must not have thrown the move because Surfetch definitely wins CMP, so that's pretty good for us. And it's a Confusion Cresselia in the back. So this is going to be tricky. We need to, well, hopefully it doesn't have Grass Knot, but it almost certainly does. I tried to catch there. I was thinking that they were getting the energy for the Grass Knot there, but they did a nice job holding back. It's an Umbreon in the back, which is just super tanky. And this is where Open Ultra is just full of absolute monstrous tanks. So, I mean, those Weather Balls, Weather Ball is a great move in Great League, but in Ultra League, you can see it's just not threatening. We managed to get the defense spell there, which is going to be pretty key. We're not going to shield up this Dark Pulse from the Umbreon, because it's just, Umbreon doesn't deal a ton of damage. But these Weather Balls just aren't threatening enough in the Ultra League. They swap out into Cresselia. We're going to go into our own Swampert here. We do have to shield this up, even if it's a Moonblast, it would basically take us out. It is a Grass Knot, though, so that's not great for us. We're going to do 2 Mud Shots here to make sure that they don't get an extra Confusion in, and throw the Hydro Cannon. I'm going to throw another Hydro Cannon. However, they're getting to another Grass Knot here already, which is really not good for us. So that's going to be a good game. Even if we'd thrown the Hydro Cannon that we had there, I don't think it would have been enough. Well, we would have been able to take out Cresselia, but the Umbreon in the back definitely would have been able to snarl us down. So should have thrown the Hydro Cannon, but really we weren't going to be able to win that match. Yeah, and that's just an example here of how Cresselia is a big problem for this team. It's just too tanky. So Umbreon on the lead. This is okay, but what we want to do is look to catch a foul play on to Alolan Ninetales. Unfortunately, we don't, but we do succeed in drawing out the Fire type, which is exactly what we want to do. So we're going to go ahead and go for a Weather Ball here. We do manage to get a shield, which is quite good for us. Going to go for another Weather Ball, but it's a CMP tie. Totally fine with me to let Alolan Ninetales go down here. We got a shield. That's pretty good for us. We're going to look to come back in with Swampert, farm up a little bit of energy, and then go for a Hydro Cannon. And the Hydro Cannon does take out the Swampert. We're in an okay position here. We're sort of back where we started, to be honest, where we've got Umbreon into Swampert, but we have taken out their Fire type in the back, so hopefully our Abomasnow has some decent play. This Umbreon, though, is just spamming the charge moves here. They get to 2 foul plays. We've got back-to-back Hydro Cannons on our side, so we're going to throw 1 Hydro Cannon into this Umbreon. Deals, again, just not very much damage. We go into our Abomasnow here, and we just need to chip this down. I'm not going to shield this first one, but I'm going to have to start shielding these foul plays because I'm just going to get too low. So I am going to shield up this next one, because, you know, if they've got a Charmer or something in the back, they'd just be able to charm me down without ever getting to a charge move there. So I'm going to go for the energy ball on this Umbreon. I really want the defense ball. We don't get it, so we are going to go for this Weather Ball after building up just a little bit of extra energy. I don't want to take another foul play. And we are able to take out the Umbreon. It's a Gengar in the back, so this is okay because we have an energy lead on our Abomasnow. having that energy lead is going to be really big. And we've got the stored Hydro Cannon on our Swampert, so we're going to be able to go for a Weather Ball here. So we're going to shield up this charge move. Shadow Punch would, if it didn't take us out, it would get us very, very low. But this Weather Ball is going to take the last shield, and then we can quickly swap into our Swampert and go for this Hydro Cannon. This Hydro Cannon is going to be more than enough damage to take out that Gengar, and that is going to be a good game. So these are some pretty tough battles, honestly, with how tanky the things in the Pokemon in Open Ultra are. I do think this team will work a little bit better in Premier Cup, so I'm excited to try that. The Scavalier on the lead. This is a nightmare for my back line, so I absolutely need my Swampert to take this out, which means I'm going to shield up basically anything this Scavalier throws. So I do shield a Mega Horn, that's pretty good for us. Gonna throw the Hydro Cannon here, and it does connect. We're gonna build up a little bit more energy. They actually swap into a Giratina. I can come in with Ninetales, and in theory, this should be quite a positive matchup for us. They're throwing the Shadow Sneaks here. The Dragon Claws are double resisted, so we're going to go for a Weather Ball, as both Weather Ball and Dazzling Gleam are super effective. Weather Ball is a little bit more energy efficient. They're throwing another Shadow Snake here, so I'm going to be looking to build up to back-to-backs again, and then throw another Weather Ball. Probably could have done a little bit more Powder Snow damage, but I wasn't keeping super good track of my opponent's fast moves there, so wanted to make sure I KO'd. They come back in with a Scavalier, and I can go for a Weather Ball. They're low enough now that these Weather Balls are getting to be somewhat threatening, and we're able to get to another Weather Ball actually just before we go down. So Alolan Ninetales coming in clutch there, and they actually let it go. That's not too bad, and it's a Wigglytuff in the back. So this is a really spicy pick for the Ultra League. Wigglytuff maxes out at, as you guys can see, about 2200 CP, and so it's just not going to be able to do enough damage, and these Hydro Cannons hit it really hard. They do double shield. We're going to go ahead and get to a third Hydro Cannon on the Swampert, though. This is going to deal about half of Wigglytuff's health. We can swap now into our Abomasnow and look to go for a Weather Ball. This Weather Ball is going to be more than enough damage to take out the Wigglytuff, and that's going to be a good game. So props to my opponent for bringing a Wigglytuff into Open Ultra. It's something that I had been thinking about trying, but I saw it maxed out at about 2200 CP, and I'm like, you know what, it's just not going to be good enough. It needs another couple hundred CP. That normal subtyping is really interesting. It makes it such a strong counter to Giratina because it double resists Dragon and it double resists Ghost, so Giratina can do absolutely nothing to Wigglytuff, but it's a liability against almost anything else. So Giratina on the lead. We have two better counters. Going to go straight into my Ninetales, and they come in with Melmetal. So we're just going to be looking to spam Weather Balls here. We want to get this Melmetal as low as we can. Certainly, we want it to be in Hydro Cannon range for our Swampert, but really it's just get it as low as possible. So going for Weather Balls here, the reason I go into Alolan Ninetales instead of Abomasnow on the safe swap is that Alolan Ninetales is a little weaker overall, and it also takes only neutral damage from fighters and only is single weak to fire types. So it's just a little safer, and it leaves me with a stronger Pokemon in the back. So they're getting to a charge move here. This is probably going to be superpower, so I'm going to shield up the first one, and then I'm going to build up just a little bit extra and then go for a Hydro Cannon here. They should be getting to a superpower of their own right here, so they're likely going to let this go. And then they come back in with Giratina. I go into Abomasnow now, but it's in a Scavalier in the back, and that is game over. They've got two shields. Honestly, they could two-shield this Scavalier, and there would be nothing I could do. These Weather Balls, because the Scavalier is fairly squishy, are going to start to add up. I'm not going to shield my Abomasnow here. Definitely don't really want to have it anymore. I'd just as soon it fainted right away because then I wouldn't get farmed down. They Acid Sprayed, which reduces their farm, but it does mean that I can't get to another Weather Ball to take a shield from them at least. And that puts me in a pretty tough spot. So I'm going to go ahead, throw the Hydro Cannon. They actually let it go. So they're definitely looking to shield flex on me here, but I should definitely be able to get a shield. My Swampert is quite tanky. It's a rank 4 Swampert. I just recently evolved it. I didn't have it in previous seasons, so we're going to go for a Hydro Cannon bait here. They decide to let it go. I really wish I would have gone for the Earthquake, because that would have put them actually probably basically within Hydro Cannon range. We're going to be able to get to the Earthquake here, though, and this is going to force them to shield, so we at least sort of made it somewhat close, but we just didn't have an answer for that Escavalier in the back. Escavalier, like I said before, is a nightmare for this team. You really have to catch it with the Swampert, otherwise you're going to have a bad time. So able to go 3-2 in that first set with this team. But honestly, it's not very flexible in Open Ultra. If you don't run into the sort of the right team, like the right team comp is going to be an instant loss. And I'm not a big fan of teams that you basically don't have counterplay against. So like that last team was Giratina double steal, and there's absolutely no counterplay against double steal teams with this team. So getting into the next set here, I think I'm just going to show like the first 3 battles or something from this set. The last 2 just, they're not very interesting. They're like Cresselia leads where I swap out and the opponent doesn't take the bait and they stay in, and that sort of puts me in a tough spot. But we'll have to see what we get here in terms of matchups. Alright, getting into the start of the second set, we have a Swampert into Lapras, so we're going to build up in this. We're going to look to probably catch a Surf. Actually, we're going to go straight for an Earthquake. So if we can manage to get this damage through, that would be really nice. We do go straight for the Earthquake. If we get a shield, we're going to go into our Ninetales now. And we're just going to basically not shield anything. So they're going to get to another Surf right here. So we're going to tank it. But this is the problem with this team that I've been finding in Open Ultra, is that it's not doing a particularly good job at drawing out the counters. So I really need to draw out the counter to the ice types with Alolan Ninetales for it to be successful, but this Lapras just chose to stay in, right? And the Dazzling Gleam isn't threatening enough to really make it do anything else. So we're going to go back into Swampert. We're going to be looking to get to an Earthquake. I am going to be forced to shield up whatever charge moves they're going to throw. They're obviously going to throw Surf, and we're building up as much energy as we can, counting their fast moves, throwing after 4 ice shards. We're basically at 100 energy, and this Earthquake is definitely going to be able to KO. And they've got a Dragonite in the back. So that's Dragonite and Machamp. So game over. Basically what we needed to do there is we would have had a chance if they'd swapped their Machamp into the Alolan Ninetales in the lead there, because then Abomasnow could potentially take out both Lapras and Dragonite under the right circumstances with field advantage, but they didn't have to, right? They could just stay in, and that Machamp now is going to go completely ham on the Abomasnow there. They're going to farm down, get a ton of energy to take out the Swampert, and this is really just not looking good for us. So we're going to look to farm down, but the Dragonite in the back is completely walls the Swampert because we do have Earthquake rather than Sludge Wave, so that's going to be a good game. Alright, Swampert into Cresselia. So the way I like to play this is basically build up to the Hydro Cannon, throw the Hydro Cannon to get some nice chip damage, do one more Mud Shot, and then look to swap to catch a potential Grass Knot if it's coming in. However, they do not throw the Grass Knot. Not all of Crocelia's carry Grass Knot. Moonblast Future Sight is probably still the most common set, but Grass Knot is definitely around. So they're actually getting to 2 Moonblasts pretty quick here. We're going to tank both of them. It will put us low, but they still can't farm us down. So we're just going to go for Weather Ball spam here. We should be able to get to 3 Weather Balls, which will get the Cresselia quite low. But again, the strategy of drawing out their counter to the Ice type is failing here. Because we've come in with our Alolan Ninetales, and they're not swapping out, right? We need them to swap out to draw out the counter. So we're going to go ahead and go into Swampert now, and then throw the Hydro Cannon before they can get to another move. This is going to take them out, and now they come in with their own Swampert, so you're going to look to catch a Hydro Cannon onto my Abomasnow, which I am able to do. So that's pretty nice for us. This isn't going to do too much damage. And they come in with Machamp. So at this point, Swampert is my key to victory in this matchup. I am going to have to shield up this Cross Chop because I need to get this Machamp lower. I need to get it certainly within Hydro Cannon range. We should be able to get to 2 Weather Balls. So we get 1 Weather Ball here that gets it fairly low. And then we get to a second Weather Ball here just before we go down. This is going to likely get a shield because they've got a fair bit of energy. We do get a shield, so that's quite nice for us. We're going to go ahead and tank a move because we know that the Cross Chop is going to deal less damage than the Hydro Cannon. Going to go for our own Hydro Cannon here, and we'll see what they want to do. They decide to shield, and we're going to go for a second Hydro Cannon right away. Very important that we got that off before they got another charge move off, and now it's basically going to be a race. And I need to sneak in an extra Mud Shot and I am able to sneak in the extra Mud Shot on their charge move there, so they're 1 away from the back-to-back. We have the back-to-back. We throw the Hydro Cannon. They don't get in the Mud Shot. That's very key because I definitely would lose CMP, but we are going to be able to get to this next Hydro Cannon when they are 1 Mud Shot away. So sneaking in the Mud Shot when they were throwing their charge move was the key to victory there. If they'd doubled up, we definitely would have been in a very bad spot because one of those Hydro Cannons would have taken us out. And it was going to be a tie, right? So very good game, very well played by my opponent, but sneaking in that Mud Shot when they threw the Hydro Cannon was basically the game there. So. Alright, Swampert into Cresselia. I think this match goes basically the same way as the last one to begin with, so we're going to go for a Hydro Cannon here. This Hydro Cannon is going to deal a nice bit of chip damage. Going to do 1 more Mud Shot and swap into Ninetales. They decide to throw Moonblast here. Moonblast does a decent amount of damage, and then we're going to look to build up and throw some Weather Balls. And again, Cresselia is pretty bad for this team. It's all neutral matchups, but Cresselia wins against all 3 Pokemon just because it's so bulky. And they actually go for the Future Sight here, so that's really nice recognition by them that another Moonblast is going to leave them still needing to throw another move. But now with Future Sight, they can potentially farm down. So we're able to get to another Weather Ball here, but I don't know if this is actually going to be enough to take it out, and it's not. However, we actually simultaneously KO, so that's pretty decent for us, to be honest, because they had a bunch of stored energy that we can negate. We choose to come back in with Swampert, and they come in with their Gyarados, which means that we have to swap into Abomasnow, and we get met by Machamp. So this is just, I guess, wrong. I think it was probably a mistake to go Swampert. The fact that they didn't swap out when I brought in my Alolan Ninetales should be a clue that they don't have a great response to an Ice type in the back. So Abomasnow is the safer pick. As it happens, they did have a Machamp, but if I could have lined up Abomasnow against the Gyarados and Swampert against the Machamp, this is definitely a winnable match. But without having that alignment, there's really no chance that we can win this. So we're just going to play this out. We are able to take out the Machamp, and we're going to be able to land at least 1 Hydro Cannon on this Gyarados, maybe 2. Probably 2 Hydro Cannons, which will put it fairly low, but we're not going to be able to take it out. So we can shield this up and get the second Hydro Cannon off, but if we guessed right there and gone Abomasnow after the simultaneous KO, we would have been in a much better spot. So that's going to be a good game. I think I'm actually going to leave it here because honestly, the last two matches are, again, just kind of Cresselia leads where the same thing happens. We fail to draw the ice type counter, and as a result, the strategy sort of falls apart. So it's been much more effective in the Premier Cup, in the battles that I've done so far. But if you guys are looking to run this team, I can't really recommend it for Open Ultra. I will hopefully upload a video in the Premier Cup in the next couple days, but thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.